baseball doubleheader between the Bells from St. Mary's College and the Knights from Calvin University. Let's meet our starters. First for the visiting Bells. Leading off, the shortstop, number 15, Mary Charniak. Batting second in center field, number 1, McKenna Shoup. Batting third at second base, number 12, Caitlin Traxler. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 11, Riley Hirschberger. Batting fifth, the pitcher, number 21, Libby Bierbaum. Batting sixth, at first base, number 5, Alexis Rausch. Batting seventh, the designated player, number 27, Sam Makita. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 3, Leah Zimmerman. Batting ninth in left field, number 9, Madeline Ingolia. And the catcher, number 13, Sophie Allen. Now here are your starters for the Knights. Leading off in left field, number 17, Grace Glass. Batting second, the shortstop, number 20, Aubrey Herder. Batting third at third base, number 21, Carly Dole. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 11, Taylor Sanborn. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 23, Emily Gist. Batting sixth in right field, number 22, Tori Decker. Batting seventh in center field, number 34, Emma Walker. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 5, Sage Mugen. Batting ninth, the designated player, number 3, Lily Gastra. And the starting pitcher for the Knights, number 15, Brooke Hunderman. At this time, we ask that you please rise, gentlemen, remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem.
Good afternoon. This is Calvin Assistant Sports Information Director Mike Gibbons. We are here today for the MIAA doubleheader between the Bells from St. Mary's College and the Calvin University Knights. Thank you for joining us all today. We've got a little bit of a cloudy day here. Had some rain overnight, a little bit early this morning. You can see a few wet spots that have been raked out. Looks like we're going to be good to go. It's a windy day today. Forecast had us calling for about 20 to 30 mile an hour gusts, so we will see how that will impact things today. The wind is currently blowing in from center field, so it's going to be a tough day for the hitters maybe to hit the ball in the air. But should be a good day of softball here. Let's go through the lineup real quick for the Bells. Mary Charniak is going to lead off at shortstop. McKenna Shoup in center field will bat second. Caitlin Traxler is at second base. She'll bat third. Riley Hirschberger is the third baseman, batting fourth. Libby Bierbaum is the pitcher, batting fifth. Alexis Rausch is the first baseman. Sam Makita is the designated player, followed by Leah Zimmerman in right field. Madeline Ingolia in left field, and the flex today is Sophie Allen behind the plate. They will be facing Brooke Hunderman. Hunderman is on just a fantastic stretch here in the circle for the Knights. She has thrown 29 consecutive shutout innings. She's the two-time defending national pitcher of the week from the National Fast Pitch Coaches Association and Wilson. She's got an ERA of 1.52, She looks in, and the first pitch down the middle for strike one. We are underway. Hunderman this year, she is 9-4 with a 1.52 ERA. She has 112 strikeouts in 92 and a third innings, allowing only 56 hits on the season. That one is fouled back off Taylor Sanborn, the catcher. Looks to be a little bit shaken up, just trying to collect herself a little bit. Couldn't see exactly if that hit her maybe on the helmet or somewhere else. Head coach Becky Hilgert is out to check on her to make sure everything's okay. See Coach Hilgert talking to her, kind of trying to look her over while also kind of trying to maybe lighten the mood a little bit. Sanborn's been incredibly durable for the Knights throughout her 3 seasons with the team. She has started 29 of the 30. This is, I guess, her 30th start in 33 games for the Knights behind the plate, and she will stay in the game. So hopefully that is a really good sign that she's good, that she is good to go. And Charniak gets back into the box for the 0-2 pitch. Charniak batting .309 so far this season for the Bells. Takes that one just a little bit outside for ball one. Charniak does have 1 home run so far this season. That is the Bells' lone long ball through their 26 games. That one is outside for ball two. The Bells hitting .266 so far this season. The 2-2 pitch. Just a little bit high. And the count is full. So good job here by Charniak to get back into the count after falling behind 0-2. Hunderman looks in. That one is pulled foul down the third base line. And we will do it again. Like we said, it looks like the wind is blowing in from center field, maybe a little bit right to left. When it is flown into shallow left center field, and it will fall for the first hit of the game. And the Bells have a runner on base. That will bring up McKenna Shoup.
Now batting, McKenna Shoup.
Shoup, a .288 hitter this season. We'll look to see if maybe she's looking to move a runner along. She squares around a bunt. Sanborn in front of the plate makes the play to Mugen, covering over from second base for the first out of the inning, but Shoup gets the job done, moves Charniak over to scoring position.
Now batting, Caitlin Traxler.
And that will bring up Caitlin Traxler. Traxler, batting .224 this season, does have 6 extra base hits, 5 doubles and a triple. That one is high and inside for ball one. One out so far here in the top of the first inning. The leadoff batter, Maddie Charniak, is at first base, or at second base. The 1-0 pitch. Pulled into right field, deep. Caught. Very nice running catch on the warning track there by the right fielder, Tori Decker. Not sure if the wind probably maybe held that one in the park. Either way, that's a very good thing if you're a Calvin fan. Good base running there by Charniak to move up into from second base to third. That'll bring up Riley Hirschberger. She will take that one over the outside corner for strike one. Hirschberger the leading hitter this season for the Bells. She is batting .333. She's got 9 doubles and 10 runs batted in. Takes that one on the inside corner from Hunderman, who jumps ahead in the count 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Fouled back to the backstop. Bells trying to scratch across a run here in the first inning. Taking early lead. Outside for ball 1. Hunderman looking for her first strikeout of the game. She has struck out at least 10 batters, I believe, in 4 of her last 5 starts, including a career-high 13 on 2 of those starts. Off-speed pitch. Looked like it caught the plate, but ruled a little bit high. So far, our plate umpire has been pretty consistent in not calling that high strike. Could be something to watch for the rest of the way. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled back over the backstop. Hunderman looks in. That one is high. Good at bat here from Hirschberger as she battles, trying to put her team on the board. Hirschberger's 10 runs batted in so far this season is tied for the second most on the Bells. 3-2 pitch. Another foul ball back. Bells doing a very good job of making Hunderman work through this first inning. Fouling off some tough pitches, have laid off some close pitches. Showing a good eye at the plate, haven't really chased anything yet. And she will work a walk, so a very good at bat from Hunderman, or from Hirschberger, sorry. And that will bring up Libby Bierbaum. As the Knights look to talk this one over a little bit, maybe give Hunderman a little bit of a breather after that long at bat. Bierbaum this season, batting .244. She does have 4 doubles, 8 runs batted in.
Now batting,
She's come around
Libby
to score
Bierbaum.
7 times. Runners at the corners. 2 outs. The leadoff batter, Charniak, is at third base. She led off the game with a single. Moved around on a sacrifice bunt. That ball is a strike over the outside corner. Charniak moved to second base on a sacrifice bunt by the second hitter, McKenna Shoup. Caitlin Traxler then hit a ball to the warning track in right field that Charniak tagged up on, moved to third base. That ball is low for ball 1 to even the count 1-1. Riley Hirschberger in the last at bat just worked a 10-pitch walk to give us runners on the corners here with 2 outs. Top of the first inning. Ball is high. That will make the count 2-1. Saw Emily Gist come over from first base, offer a little bit extra encouragement. The 2-1 pitch. Off-speed pitch high for ball 3. ball is pulled foul. Ball carried right around the fence there in the corner, so didn't look like the wind affected that one too much. We've seen one ball in this inning hit to the warning track in right field on a nice catch by Tori Decker. And the count is full. Hunderman looking to get out of this jam in the first inning. 3-2 pitch. Another foul ball back. Bells have really done a really good job of fouling off a lot of these two-strike pitches. The 7th pitch of this at-bat coming up. Ball is hit in the air. Shallow left field. Aubrey Herder drifts back, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Bells put 2 runners on base, but Hunderman gets out of the jam without allowing any runs, pushing her scoreless streak up to 30 consecutive innings as the Knights head to the bottom of the first inning, still tied 0-0. We did start a little bit early here today, so if you missed the starting introductions, let's run through the Calvin starting lineup here. The left fielder, Grace Glass, she will lead off for the Knights. Aubrey Herder will play shortstop. Just saw her make that catch. She'll bat second. Carly Dole is the third baseman, batting third. Taylor Sanborn, catcher, will bat fourth. Emily Gist is the first baseman, followed by Tori Decker in right field. Emma Walker will bat seventh. She is the starting center fielder. Sage Mugen is the second baseman, batting eighth. And Lily Gostra is the designated player. She will bat ninth. They will face Libby Bierbaum. Bierbaum, who we just saw bat for the Bells. She comes into today's game. She is 4-9 on the season. This will be her 14th start. She has thrown 8 complete games. She leads the Bells with 72 innings pitched. She has struck out 29 batters against 30 walks. She has allowed 47 runs. She's hit 3 batters. So, I mean, Bierbaum leads the Bells in just about every pitching category this season. The next closest pitcher in terms of innings this season is Caitlin Traxler with 45. So she has thrown, my math is correct, 27 more innings. So we will see what the Calvin offense has to offer today. Grace Glass leads off, batting .353 this season. Glass, the leading base stealer for the Knights with 14 steals. We will see what so she is somebody that the Bells would love to keep off the bases. She fouls that one off to start the game. Knights come into the day's game 24-8 overall, 7-3 in MIAA play. Looking to close the season strong. They have won 6 straight in conference play. Glass lays that one down to third base. Looks like, and she will beat the throw of the third baseman Hirschberger for a single to open the game.
Now batting, Aubrey Herder.
So the Knights have the leadoff batter on base. The exact person they'd love to have on first. As we said, Glass leads the Knights with 14 stolen bases and 16 attempts. That will bring up Aubrey Herder. Herder takes that one. Glass breaks for second base and will get the stolen base. Sophie Allen behind the plate, unable to transfer the ball from her glove to her throwing hand. So Herder takes a strike, but Glass does move up to second base on her 15th steal. Herder, batting .288 this season, squares around to bunt, and she will bunt. Looks like she stepped on home plate when she turned around to bunt, so she is out.
Now batting, Carly Dole.
That will bring up Carly Dole. Sorry, we were trying to figure out how to score that one. Dole takes that one for strike 2. Dole this season leads the Knights in just about every offensive category. Batting .395, 3 home runs, 8 triples. Sorry, she has 17 career triples in less than 2 seasons, which is a Calvin all-time record. Also leads the team with 14 walks. She'll take that one outside for ball 1. She's also second on the team with 8 stolen bases. So in the doubleheader on Thursday, she hit a 2-run home run. She will swing and miss at that ball. Maybe chase that one a little bit up in the zone. But a very good pitch from Beerbaum, and there's 2 outs in the inning. And that will bring up Taylor Sanborn. Sanborn batting .337 this season with six doubles, 23 runs batted in, which is tied for second most on the Knights. She's got a runner in scoring position in Grace Glass at second base. That ball is off third base, and she will come around to score, and Glass will come around to score. Sanborn never really stopped around first base, so she will get into second base with a double and a run batted in. So it's a good piece of clutch hitting there from Sanborn, who maybe a little bit of good fortune there as the ball hit the base to stop its momentum before it could reach the left fielder, Madeline Ngolia, and allow Sanborn into second base. Knights now leading 1-0. And that will bring up Emily Gist. Gist batting .326 this season, swings and misses at that one. And she is down 0-2 in the count. Gist batting .326, 1 home run, team leading 9 doubles, 23 runs batted in, which is now third on the team. She came into the day tied with Sanborn for second most. She'll take that one high and outside for ball 1. Libby Beerbaum in the circle, looking to limit the damage to just the 1 run here in the first inning for Calvin. Gets the swing and a miss. The catcher, Sophie Allen, unable to corral that pitch, but does get the tag to end the threat and the inning. But the Knights do score 1 run on the double from Taylor Sanborn. We head to the top of the second inning with the Knights leading 1-0. We are back here for the top of the second inning. Number 5, Alexis Rausch, the first baseman for the Bells, will lead off.
Now batting, Alexis Rausch.
Against Brooke Hunderman, who escaped a first inning jam with runners at the corners without allowing a run. And then the Knights scored 1 run in the bottom half of the inning on a Taylor Sanborn double to give them the 1-0 early lead. Roush is batting .254 so far this season for the Bells. Takes another one inside for ball 2. Hunderman still looking to kind of lock in that location and that command that we've seen from her over the last month or so. Conditions are pretty tough as we see Roush step out of the box due to a whole lot of infield dirt flying towards her face. She tries to clear the eyes, steps back in the box for the 2-0 pitch. Takes that one high for ball 3. Roush this season does have 3 extra base hits, all doubles. She takes that one down the middle for strike 1. Still ahead in the count, 3-1 though. Roush has started 25 of the 26 games so far this season for St. Mary's. 6 runs scored, 6 runs batted in. She will pull that one fair down the left field line. Glass in left field does a really nice job cutting that one off, gets it to Herder at the cutoff man, and she will limit Roush to just a single. So good piece of hitting there from Roush. Really good play in left field by Glass to keep her out of scoring position, and that will bring up number 27, the designated player, Sam Makita.
Now batting Sam Makita.
Makita batting .273, squares around a bunt, and that one is foul. We saw Knights being very aggressive there at the corners, really charging with both Carly Dole and Emily Gist at first base. But Hunderman ahead in the count, 0-1. We'll see if Makita is still... Yep, squares around a bunt. That one is fair. We'll go to Hunderman from the circle. Makes the throw over to the second baseman, Mugen, for the first out of the inning.
Now batting Leah Zimmerman.
That will bring up Leah Zimmerman, the right fielder. She fouls that first pitch back. Zimmerman making her 18th start of the season. She's got 40 at-bats this season. She's got a runner on second base with 1 out. Squares around a bunt. That one is foul. Good play by Sanborn there to make sure that one was foul before she picked it up. That one would have been a tough play with it being right on the line and having to navigate around the runner, throwing it to first base. And Hunderman is now ahead in the count, 0-2. Swing and a miss. That is her first strikeout of the game. And that will bring up the left fielder, Madeline Ngolia. First pitch is high for ball 1. Ngolia batting .159 this season in 44 at-bats. Does have one of the 2 triples for the Bells so far this season. Hunderman trying to work around a leadoff single to get out of the inning. That one high once again. 2-0 the count. Bells continue to do a very good job of generally laying off those high pitches from Hunderman. We've seen her rack up a lot of strikeouts in the throughout the season, really, on a lot of those pitches with hitters chasing. Herder dives and unable to make the play, and then looked like she was going to throw the ball to first, and the ball just kind of slipped out of her hand. So the Bells do get on the board here. That will snap Hunderman's streak of more than 30 consecutive shutout innings. Tie the game here at 1-1. That will likely go down, I believe, as an infield single and then an error by Herder. But score is tied 1-1. That will bring up the leadoff batter, Charniak. Takes that one for a strike. Charniak led off the game with a single to left center field. Was stranded on third base to end that first inning. Swings and fouls that one back, and she is down in the count 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Off speed. We have seen Hunderman throw that pitch several times and just has not been able to get that called third strike or the swing and the miss. The 2-2 pitch. Swings and fouls that one back. As we see a big gust of wind. Ball is outside. Good take there. And we see another full count. Ingoli at first base. The 3-2 pitch. And another foul ball, and we will do this once more. Bells just continue to foul off a lot of these 2-strike pitches, forcing Hunderman to work. Likely already approaching 50 pitches here through 1 2/3 innings. That one is lined back off Hunderman's glove. Hunderman able to protect herself and hit it and knock it down. But that will go down as the 4th hit of the game. The 2nd for Charniak. And that will bring up McKenna Shoup. Shoup sacrifice bunted Mary Charniak over from first to second base in the first inning. So she is still batting .288 so far this season. She'll come up with 2 runners on base here. Ingolia is the runner at second base, Charniak at first. Hunderman looking to get out of another jam. Gets the swing and a miss for strike 1. Gets another swing and a miss. One of the few pitches a little bit above the belt that we've seen the Bells chase so far through these first 2 innings. And Hunderman is ahead in the count 0-2. 4 hits so far for the Bells. Also reached base on a walk. The 0-2 pitch. Taken over the inside corner for strike 3. So we see we're 3 hits this inning for the Bells, which they help turn into 1 run. We head to the bottom of the second inning, tied 1-1. We are here for the bottom of the second inning. The right fielder, Tori Decker, will lead off. Decker, a .373 hitter so far for the Knights, leading the team with 29 runs batted in so far this season. She will swing, line that one through the left side of the infield for a base hit. And the Knights once again have the leadoff batter on.
Now batting Emma Walker.
That'll bring up the center fielder, Emma Walker. Walker, a .309 batter so far this season, making her 29th start. Bunt, squares around a bunt, pops it up. Oh, Hirschberger made a nice play, charging play there, catching that one in foul territory. Decker had to hustle back to first base. Slides back head first just in time to avoid the double play. And that'll bring up Sage Mugen. Mugen making her 20th start of the season, batting .286. Takes that one for ball 1. Decker on first base is 4 for 4 so far this season on stolen base attempts. See if she's moving here after the bunt on the last batter was not successful. Mugen squares around but pulls back as she takes ball 2. Libby Bierbaum still in the circle for the Bells. That one to third base. Hirschberger makes the nice play for the second out of the inning.
Now
That will
batting
move
Lily
Decker up to
Gostra.
second base and bring up Lily Gostra. Gostra is the designated player today, batting .300 so far this season, making her 21st start. Decker at second base with 2 outs here, as Gostra takes that one high for ball 1. Gostra this season with 7 runs batted in, along with 11 runs scored. She does have 3 extra base hits. Looking to break this tie with 2 outs. She'll take that one right around the belt for strike 1. 1-1 the count. That one catches the inside corner for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As the Knights try to keep this inning alive with a runner in scoring position. That ball is high and outside for ball 2. Swing and a miss. Beerbaum able to get out of the jam, works around a leadoff single as we head to the third inning, tied 1-1. Welcome,
Now
welcome
batting,
back
Caitlin Traxler.
to the top of the third inning. Caitlin Traxler will lead off the inning. She flew out to the warning track in right field on a nice running catch from Tori Decker in the first inning. She takes that one high for ball one. Swing and a good off-speed pitch there from Hunderman, one of the first pitches that we've seen the Bells chase so far today. The Bells have done a really good job so far making Hunderman work. She has allowed 4 hits so far through 2 innings. She had, in her previous 5 starts, she had allowed only 10 hits, including 3 in the last 3 starts. She had a perfect game against the University of Olivet a week ago. That one was swung on and missed for strike 2. 1-2 the count for Hunderman. Good pitch. We've seen Hunderman try that off-speed pitch that's been called high probably 4 or 5 times so far through the first 2 innings. She kind of looked
Now
like she
batting,
made an adjustment
Riley
there,
Hurst.
was able to get that one over the plate right around thigh high. Gets the called third strike. So for the first time today, Hunderman able to retire the leadoff hitter. That will bring up Riley Hirschberger. Hirschberger, the third baseman. We've seen make a few plays defensively so far today. She walked in the first inning on, I believe, was a 9 or a 10 pitch at bat. She takes ball 1. That one is low and inside for ball 2. Hirschberger, that was her 7th walk of the season, as we mentioned in the first inning. She does lead the team with 9 extra base hits, all doubles. Batting .333 this season. That one is taken for a strike over the outside corner. The count is 2-1. We have seen several times so far already either the catcher or the batter have to call timeout due to some infield dirt flying around. That one is swung on. Foul ball. Just foul inside or outside the third base line. As we mentioned at the top of the broadcast here, did get a fair amount of rain overnight and early this morning. But so that is the reason for a few of these wetter spots on the infield as we see the third baseman that's one of those spots. But Hirschberger flies that one to left field, Glass going back, and that one will blow foul. So very good swing there from Hirschberger. the wind, which is blowing in and from right to left, maybe help push that one just a little bit foul to keep this game at 1-1. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled back. Hunderman looks in. Swing and a miss. For the 4th strikeout of the game so
Now
far for
batting,
Hunderman.
Livy Beerbaum.
That will bring up her counterpart, Libby Beerbaum. Beerbaum popped up to the shortstop, Aubrey Herder, in shallow left field to end the first inning. She will pop that one up. That will get out of play. For strike one. Very good crowd here today. It's the last Saturday home game, or home doubleheader for the Knights this season. After the second game, there will be Senior Day. That is an off-speed pitch taken over the inside corner for strike two. Not sure if you can see it that well on the broadcast, but behind home plate there are the 4 numbers of the 4 seniors from Calvin in chalk behind the umpire, the home plate umpire. That ball is fouled back. The 0-2 pitch. Off speed. Grounded to Herder at shortstop, who makes the play, the throw to Gist. And the side is retired 1-2-3 as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Calvin leading, the game is tied 1-1.
Now batting, Grace Glass.
Grace Glass will lead off the inning for Calvin. Glass had a bunt single to open the bottom of the first inning. She fouls that one into the third base dugout. Glass led off the game with that bunt single and then came around to score on a Taylor Sanborn double with 2 outs in the first. She fouls that one out of play for strike two. The 0-2 pitch. Another foul on a check swing. The count remains 0-2. Beerbaum with 3 strikeouts so far today. She had 29 coming into this one. In 72 innings, she throws that one, comes in outside for ball 1. We see another gust of wind carry some of that infield dirt towards home plate and the fans. It's going to be a blustery day today. Projected winds were between 20 and 30 miles an hour for most of the afternoon, and we've seen it come into play a little bit so far today, but not too much on some of these fly balls. That ball is taken high for ball 2. Glass, one of 4 Calvin seniors that will be recognized after the end of the second game. Swings and fouls that one out of play. The 2-2 pitch, taken high. And the count is full. Glass looking to reach base once again. He's done a good job here battling with 2 strikes to make the count full. Beerbaum has yet to walk a batter. Has allowed 3 hits through the first 2 innings. Glass lines that one, another one foul. In between the third baseman and head coach Becky Hilgert. This will be the 9th pitch of this at bat. Glass fouls another one off. Glass kind of giving the Bells a taste of their own medicine. We've seen the Bells do this to Calvin pitcher Brooke Hunderman a fair amount so far through the first 3 innings, really making her work and fouling off a lot of these 2-strike pitches to stay alive. And Glass works a walk, so a very good at bat for her, going over 10 pitches in that one. And the Knights have the leadoff batter on base for the 3rd straight inning. That will bring up Aubrey Herder.
Now batting, Aubrey Herder.
Glass, who stole second base on the first pitch last time, likely to be off and running. She's 15 for 17 so far on stolen bases. Herder squares around a bunt, pulls it back, and Glass takes second base for her 16th steal of the season, her 2nd steal of the game. The pitch was called a strike, so the count is 0-1. Identical situation to what happened in the first inning here when Herder squared around a bunt and was called out for stepping on home plate. So we will see if she is once again bunting. Nope, she swings away and lines that one into right field. Glass held up at second base to make sure that one landed, and the Knights have runners at the corners with nobody out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And that will bring up Carly Dole.
Now batting, Carly Dole.
If you're the Knights, this is exactly who you'd want up at the plate. Dole with 3 home runs, 8 triples. Batting .395. Squares around a bunt, takes it. Herder steals second base. That ball gets away from the catcher, Sophie Allen, which allows Grace Glass to come home on the wild pitch. Herder who stole second base, moves up from second to third on the wild pitch. And the Knights are now leading 2-1. Still nobody out. Herder still have a runner at third base with Herder. So that is Glass's second run scored so far today. She has both of the Knights' runs. And Dole still has a runner in scoring position. She swings, pops that one behind first base. And the wind really, you could see the wind really move that one away from the second baseman, Caitlin Traxler, who was unable to run that one down as the ball just kept seemingly blowing further and further away from her into foul territory. So if you're Dole, that one falls harmlessly for strike one. Still nobody out. Count is 1-1. Knights already with one run so far this inning, as Dole takes that one high for ball two. Dole with 14 walks on the season, which is twice as many as any other Calvin player. Swings and fouls that one over the bullpen area for St. Mary's. And that will even the count at 2-2. Beerbaum looks at her wrist to get the sign, fires that one in. That was maybe just a little bit high. Good take there from Dole, and the count is full. We have seen a pretty consistent strike zone so far today. Maybe a little bit wider on the corners. Very few high strikes. As Dole works a walk, and the Knights have runners at the corner. Dole runs, never stops, and she will steal second base. So Dole just never, she ran to first base, turned the corner, never stopped. The Bells did not see her as the Beerbaum held the ball in the
Now
circle.
batting Taylor Sanborn.
And that will be Dole's 9th stolen base so far this season. That'll bring up Taylor Sanborn. Sanborn doubled down the left field line for an RBI in the first inning, driving in the Knights' first run. Runners at second and third with nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning. Calvin already with one run scored. Sanborn takes that 0-1 pitch for a ball outside to even the count at 1-1. Sanborn with 24 runs batted in so far this season, looking to add to that total, which is the second most on the Knights. She now has 7 doubles this season. She takes that one low and outside for ball two. Sanborn had a tough start to this one. It was either the first or the second pitch of this game. She had a ball that was fouled off, looked like off her mask. But she has been okay and remained in the game as she fouls that one just outside of the third base line to even the count at 2-2. Beerbaum still looking for the first out of this inning. Sanborn fouls that pitch. Like that one was going for the inside corner. Sanborn did a good job to stay alive there. First 3 batters of this inning have reached base for the Knights. Glass led off with a walk and a stolen base of second. Herder hit a single into right field. Glass scored a run on a wild pitch. That ball's fouled over the third base dugout. And then Carly Dole reached base on a walk and stole second base. So good speed on the bases for the Knights as they look to add to this 1-run lead. Still 2-2. Another foul ball off the fence in front of the first or third base dugout. This is the fourth batter so far of this inning, and I believe the Knights have already forced Bierbaum to throw more pitches in this frame than they did in the first two combined. Bierbaum had probably thrown around 20, 25 pitches in those first two innings. She's already, I believe, surpassed that total so far in this one. That ball is hit right back up the middle for another hit. Herder scores. Dole rounds third. She will score. Sanborn rounds first base and retreats for a two-run single as the Knights push their lead up to 4-1.
Now batting, Emily Gist.
So a big day at the plate here from Sanborn with 3 runs batted in. And the Knights lead 4-1 with Emily Gist at the plate. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning. As she grounds that one through the left side for another hit. The first 5 batters so far for the Knights this inning have reached base. 3 hits, 2 walks, and that will bring up Tori Decker. Decker led off the second inning with a single through the left side. She ended up being stranded on first base the rest of the inning. Takes that off-speed pitch over the middle for strike 1. Decker, a .373 hitter coming into the day. As runners on first and second, she leads the Knights with 29 runs batted in. 7 extra base hits. Takes that one outside for ball 1. Bell's just looking for a way to make an out here. Get that first out of the inning and start turning the tide. Decker flies that one into center field. The wind will make sure that one doesn't get too far. But the throw is wide of third base from the center fielder Shoup, which will allow both runners, both Sanborn and Gist, to advance to second and third base. And that will bring up Emma Walker now with 2 runners in scoring position.
Now batting, Emma Walker.
So Decker flew that one to center field where Shoup made the catch. Sanborn kind of bluffed to third base like she was going to tag, and Shoup's throw was well wide of third base. Will go down as a throwing error, which allowed both runners to advance. So it's a fortunate break if you're the Knights to turn that out into a productive one. For Emma Walker, now at the plate with 2 runners in scoring position. Walker popped up on a bunt attempt. She swings and misses for strike 2. Walker came up in the second inning with Decker on first base, popped up a bunt to the third baseman Hirschberger, who caught it in foul territory for the first out of that inning. Walker takes that one outside for ball 1. 3 runs so far this inning for the Knights. The first 5 batters reached base. Only 1 out so far in this inning, and the count is 1-2. That one is high and maybe a little bit outside for ball 2. Walker, a .309 hitter with 1 home run, 1 triple, 4 doubles. She was named the MIAA Position Player of the Week 2 weeks ago. She looks in for the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. So a big out there from Bierbaum. And we will see a pinch hitter. It will be number 8, Allie Schultz.
Pinch hitting for the Knights, Allie Schultz.
Schultz, her number 8 is one of the 4 numbers in chalk behind home plate. She will be one of the 4 seniors who will be honored after the second game for her contributions over the years. This is been her pretty consistent role throughout her career as a pinch hitter in key situations for the Knights. This season, this is her 23rd game out of the Knights' 33. She has only started one. She has 24 at-bats this season and has 11 runs batted in. So she has been very productive in her at-bats, moving runners along, driving them in. She's got 2 runners in scoring position here. She fouls that first pitch. Out of play for strike 1. It's a pretty interesting ratio that Schultz has here with 11 runs batted in on only 5 hits, making the most of her opportunities with runners on base and runners in scoring position. Been a very valuable player for the Knights over the last 4 years. She takes that one outside for ball 1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. Schultz swings and fouls that one into the sea of parents and other Calvin fans that are sitting down the left field line, I should say. And the count is 1-2. Swung and fouled off the backstop. Beerbaum looking to escape this jam with just the 3 runs allowed. Again, the Knights have 2 runners in scoring position at second and third base, thanks to a throwing error. The 1-2 pitch. Another foul ball off the backstop. Swung on, popped up behind home plate, and just out of play. So a good job here of staying alive from Allie Schultz. 1-2 still the count. That ball is flown. Another one foul. See the left fielder Madeline Angolia playing Schultz very close to the left field line, but still unable to track that one down in foul territory. Lot of foul or 2 strike foul balls here from the Knights in this 3rd inning. As Beerbaum's pitch count goes over 40 for the inning, looking for that 3rd out. Schultz fouls another one off. Count remains 1-2. We have lost track of how many foul balls in a row this is. I believe we're at 5. That one is taken high for ball 2. The 2-2 pitch. And another foul. The good news is we have not run out of softballs yet. I believe all of them have been found to date, so that's good. As Beerbaum looks in, trying to put her away. Fouled off again. Runners at second and third. Sanborn is the runner at third. Gist the runner at second. Knights have scored 3 runs this inning. Still looking to add on. Fouled off again. In other action at Calvin so far today, this is also the last day of the regular season for the lacrosse teams. The women's lacrosse team trails Trine 11-3 at the half. The men's lacrosse team leading Lake Forest 8-6 in the third quarter. That ball is pulled. Foul. Good effort there by Leah Zimmerman, the right fielder. But that one was pulled into foul territory just outside of her reach before she unable to get to that one. And we will do this 2-2 pitch again. Fouled off again. As we see the pitcher, Beerbaum and Schultz, both kind of looking at each other. Saw a smile there from Beerbaum, trying to figure this one out. That ball is hit. Just foul. You could see the wind carrying that one from right to left. Looked for a second there like it might get over the left fielder Ingolia's head. And then it went outside of her reach into foul territory. Still 2-2 for this epic pinch hit appearance from Allie Schultz. Swing and a miss. Oh, fouled. She got a foul tip. Couldn't tell just right away. She had maybe made contact. The catcher, Sophie Allen, just unable to hold on. That pitch was at the top of it's probably about shoulder high, so good on Schultz to be able to make some contact there. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off again. If I had to guess, we are on roughly the 15th pitch of this at bat. 17th. I apologize. I sold Allie short. So 17, that means that we have, I believe, fouled off at least 14 of these. Possibly all 15 of the strikes. Taken outside. This at bat deserved a full count. The 18th pitch of the at bat. Popped up, infield. Catch is made by Mary Charniak. And the side is finally retired. Allie Schultz finally retired. But the Knights do score 3 runs. They lead 4-1 as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Alexis Rausch
Alexis Rausch.
will lead off the inning here for the Bells. Hunderman got a nice long break there, as that was a very long inning for the Calvin hitters, as she gets a swing and a miss on the first pitch there. Rausch led off the second inning with a single on the left field line. She'll take that one over the outside corner for strike two. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on, popped up foul behind home plate. Rausch batting .254 coming into the day. Hunderman so far through 3 innings, 4 strikeouts, 4 hits allowed, 1 run. Fires that one outside for ball 1. The Bells scored their 1 run so far in the second inning on kind of a couple, I believe 3 hits in that frame, I believe, and also with the help of an error. That ball is lined into left center field. That will get down for a hit. And the Bells have their leadoff batter on board for the 3rd time in the first 4 innings. That'll bring up Sam Mikita.
Now batting, Sam Mikita.
Mikita, the designated player, still without an official at bat so far in this one. Her first at bat, she was out on a sacrifice bunt. She takes ball 1 outside. Hunderman came into this one with a 29-inning shutout streak that was snapped in the second inning, as Mikita fouls that one off the backstop. That will even the count 1-1. Elsewhere in Calvin Athletics, the men's lacrosse team now leading 9-6 with about 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, in the regular season finale for them. That ball is grounded to Herder at shortstop. Took a little bit of a tough hop as she tried to backhand that one. And the Bells have the first 2 batters on base here in the top of the 4th inning. Still nobody out. And that will bring up Leah Zimmerman. Zimmerman, the first strikeout victim.
Now batting, Leah Zimmerman.
Zimmerman squares around a bunt, takes that one high and outside for ball 1. 2 singles here to lead off the 4th inning for the Bells. Hunderman has seen a fair amount of base runners so far through this game. First inning, she got out of a jam with runners at the corners without allowing a run. Allowed 3 hits in that second inning on the way to as 1 run scored. She did get the Bells 1-2-3 in the 3rd, but runners at first and second here with nobody out. 1-0 the count. Squares around a bunt. Gist comes in, makes the play with the throw to Mugen at first base for the first out of the inning. But good job by Zimmerman to move the runners along. Now they have 2 runners in scoring position with just 1 out for the 9th hitter, Madeline Ingolia.
Now batting, Maddie Angolia.
Angolia had a single on an infield single that was just outside the reach of Herder at shortstop in that second inning. Herder, as she was trying to come up, looked like she was trying to pull back a ball as she was going to throw it to first base, and the ball kind of slipped out of her hand. which allowed a runner to score from third base. The 1-0 pitch. Ball's fouled back. Knights took the 4-1 lead with 3 runs there in the bottom of the third inning. Bells looking to answer right back. Roush at third base, Mikita at second. Ingolia at the plate. Count 1-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So we see everybody turning away from this gust of wind. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. That will bring up the leadoff batter, Mary Charniak. That was the 5th strikeout of the game for Hunderman. Calvin head coach Becky Hilgert comes in to visit the infield. Looks like no pitching change, just a little strategizing going on. Charniak is 2 for 2 so far today. She led off the game with a sharp single into left center field. Her last at bat, she lined a single right back up the middle that I believe went off Hunderman's glove, that she was able to stop from getting into the outfield, but it was a line shot. Hunderman fires that one in for strike 1. Looking to get out of this without allowing a run. Keep the Knights lead at 4-1 with 2 outs here in the 4th. Hunderman looks in for the 0-1 pitch. Ball's lined fair through the left side of the infield, and that will get past Grace Glass. 2 runs will score for the Bells. Roush and Mikita. Charniak with 3 line drive singles so far in this one, as Hunderman has not been able to find the answer for that one. McKenna Shoup is now at the plate with a runner at second base. Looks like we will have a pitching change, as Zoe Hazelhoff comes to the circle to replace Hunderman. So, very good response here if you're the Bells. Come back from a Calvin 3-run third inning to score 2 runs so far in the top of the 4th with still 2 outs. Charniak is still at second base. Hazelhoff in the circle for the Knights comes in with the team's best earned run average at 0.97. She is 8-0 on the season. She has been the Knights' primary relief pitcher. This will be her 13th appearance, her 8th appearance in relief. In 43 and a third innings, she has struck out 36, allowed only 6 earned runs, 6 walks, 24 hits. Opponents so far this season are batting 149 off her. In her last appearance on Thursday, she took a perfect game into the 7th inning against Anderson, which the Knights ended up winning 2-1. So she comes in looking to get the 3rd out of this inning. Fires that one in for strike 1 against McKenna Shoup. Shoup is 0 for 1 so far on the day. She struck out looking in her 2nd appearance. Her first appearance was a sacrifice bunt. That one is inside for ball 1 to even the count 1-1. That ball is rolled to Gist at first base, who runs over, touches the bag for the third out of the inning, but the Bells do get 2 runs as Calvin heads to the bottom of the 4th inning, leading 4-3. Billy Gostra will lead off here for the Knights in the bottom of the 4th inning. Gostra is 0 for 1 so far today with a strikeout. Beerbaum still in the circle for the Bells. She fires that one outside. Beerbaum allowed 1 run through the first 2 innings. Relatively easy work for the most part there, and then threw more than 50 pitches in the last inning, including an epic 18 pitch at bat to end the inning, which Beerbaum was able to win against Sally Schultz. She is down in the count here. Now 3-0 against Lily Gostra. Gostra batting an even 300 coming into the day. Looking to turn this lineup over to the top of the order. 3-0 pitch right down the middle for strike 1. Popped up, foul. That one falls harmlessly between 3 Bells defenders. Roush was charging that one from first base. Sophie Allen from behind the plate, and Beerbaum from the circle. Fell right in between all 3 of them. The count is full. Here to lead off the bottom of the 4th inning, Calvin leading 4-3. That ball is lined into shallow center field, where McKenna Shoup will make the catch for the first out. That is the first time that the leadoff batter has been retired for the Knights.
Grace Glass.
And that will bring up Grace Glass. Glass is 1 for 1 so far in the day with a walk. She has 2 stolen bases and has come around to score 2 of the Knights' 4 runs. Squares around a bunt and pulls it back as that pitch will be low and outside. Her single in the first inning was on a bunt single. See if she can do the same thing again. Squares around, bunts that one foul as Hirschberger was charging in from third base from the Bells. The count is 1-1 here in the top of the bottom of the 4th, I should say. Check swing into shallow left field, where Madeline Ingolia was positioned perfectly to make the catch for the second out of the inning.
Now batting.
That'll bring up the
Aubrey
shortstop, Aubrey Herder. Herder 1 for 2 on the day with a single to right field. In her last at bat, she ended up coming around to score in the 3-run 3rd inning for Calvin. That ball is lined back towards Beerbaum. Looks shortstop Charniak makes the play behind her, for the very rare 163 single putout. Looked like Beerbaum was able to get her glove on it and escaped any damage there physically. And then very heads-up play by Charniak to make the play behind her for the third out of the inning. As we head to the top of the fifth, Calvin still leading 4-3. Looks like we have a couple defensive replacements for the Knights. Ella Steele is now in left field, Kennedy Pepin in center. Zoe Hazelhoff is in the circle for her first full inning of work here. And she will face Caitlin Traxler to lead off this one. Traxler squares around a bunt, pulls it back, but takes that one for strike one over the outside corner. Hazelhoff came in relief with 2 outs in the top of the fourth inning. Got the final out. She fires that one over the outside corner for strike 2. Traxler so far 0 for 2. She flew out to deep right field in her first at bat, struck out looking in her second. She takes that one for ball 1. Traxler batting .224 this season. So we see some sun for the first time all day. That ball is hit to the first baseman, Gist, for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, Riley Hirschberg.
That will bring up the third baseman, Riley Hirschberger. Hirschberger is 0 for 1 with a walk. She fouls that one off. Second time in 5 innings so far for the Knights that the leadoff batter has been retired. That one is just a little bit outside for ball 1. Bell's coming into this one, 4 and 8 in MIAA play. Looking to play some spoiler here. Good pitch there from Hazelhoff over the inside corner for strike 2. Ball is low and inside. Evens the count 2-2. Hazelhoff and Hunderman do offer a couple of very distinct looks there from the pitcher spot. Hunderman throws a lot up in the zone, getting a lot of hitters to swing and miss and chase. Hazelhoff a little bit more with stuff that sinks and pitching more towards the lower end of the zone, hitting the corners. As we mentioned in her last start on Thursday against Anderson, she was perfect through 6 innings and had under 40 pitches in those 6 innings. Got a lot of first pitch ground ball outs. That ball is popped up for a diving catch from Emily Gist at first base in foul territory for the second out. Very nice play from Gist there. And that will bring up Beerbaum, the pitcher.
Libby Beerbaum.
Beerbaum is 0 for 2 so far in this one. Popped up to shortstop and then grounded out to Aubrey Herter, the shortstop, for the third out of the third inning. That ball is grounded to Carly Dole at third base, who makes the throw to Gist for the final out of the inning. So 1-2-3 inning from Hazelhoff, as Calvin still leads 4-3 as we head to the bottom of the fifth.
Now batting, Carly Dole.
Carly Dole will lead off the fifth inning for Calvin here. Knights holding on to that one-run lead. Dole is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk so far in this one. Bill Bierbaum still in the circle. Dole, it's that fly ball foul off the top of the fence in foul territory and down the right field line for strike one. Good pitch there from Bierbaum. A little off-speed pitch that got the inside corner. And she's ahead in this count, 0-2. That ball is high and outside for ball one. Dole flirting with the 400 mark in terms of her batting average, hitting .395 so far in this season. Takes that one high for ball two. 2-2 the count. Bierbaum looks in. Another one high and outside for ball three. The 3-2 pitch. Outside as Dole works her second walk of the game. In her last walk, she stole second base before the next pitch. This time the Bells not having any of it. And that'll bring up Taylor Sanborn. Sanborn is 2 for 2 so far in this one with 3 RBIs. RBI double in the first inning, a 2-run single in the next one. In the third, Dole steals on the first pitch safely. That is her 10th stolen base of the season. Her second of the day. That ball was called a strike, so Sanborn down in the count, 0-1. But does have a runner in scoring position. That ball is called outside as a big gust of wind kind of in the middle of that pitch, making it tough on everybody. The count is 1-1. That ball grounded to shortstop, where Charniak makes the play. Dole, good base running there to advance to third base with only 1 out. So Sanborn now 2-3 on the game, but advances the runner
Now
to third
batting,
base
Emily Gist.
for Emily Gist. Gist 1 for 2 with a single in the third inning. Knights scored 3 of their 4 runs in that inning. She will take that one off the elbow. But that is going to be called a strike. Home plate umpire says she leaned into that one over the plate. And so not only is that not a hit batter, but it is called a strike. Beerbaum, you could see calling for that one as the umpire was calling it himself. And the count is 0-1. Swing and a miss. The count is 0-2. Gist looking to drive in Carly Dole from third base here with 1 out, the bottom of the 5th. As that one is high and outside for ball 1. Gist batting .326 this season. Team leading 9 doubles, 11 total extra base hits. Her .483 slugging percentage is second on the team, but she swings and misses at that one. Looked like a good off-speed pitch, flirting with the outside corner, and that will be the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Tori Decker. Decker 1 for 2. She lined a single through the left side of the infield in her first at bat, and then flew out to deep center field in her second at bat.
Now batting, Tori Decker.
Decker, the team leader in runs batted in so far this season with 29. Looking to drive in another as Carly Dole still stands on third base with 2 outs. Good pitch from Beerbaum there. It gets in the outside corner for strike 1. Five strikeouts now for Beerbaum so far in this one. She's also allowed 6 hits, 3 walks. Decker flies that one to deep left field. We'll see if the wind catches that one right in front of the warning track. Nice play there from Ingolia to make the play to end the side. Knights stranded runner at third base as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Calvin leading 4-3. Alexis Roush will lead off the top of the 6th inning for the Bells against Zoe Hazelhoff. Hazelhoff entered the game in the 4th inning. Fires that one low and inside for ball 1. That one is called outside for ball 2. Roush is 2 for 2 so far in this one. 2 hits towards left center field. She grounds that one, which Dole cuts off at third base, fires to first base for the first out of the inning. Big gust of wind and dust. Covers just about anybody except the outfielders. That will bring up Mikita. Mikita 1 for 1. Single and a sacrifice. She grounds that one foul. Evens the count 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Off-speed pitch catches the inside corner. Good job by Hazel Hoff. Count is 1-2. That one is just foul of the first baseman, Emily Gist, who was standing right on the bag as she caught that one, but that last hop carried it foul in front of the base. Just a little bit high, maybe a little bit outside for ball 2. Ball's popped foul. Sanborn maybe just didn't see it quick enough to be able to react to it. Very short pop-up, though. Would have taken a really nice play from her. Would have had to recognize that one right away to be able to see it and catch it. Still 2-2 as we get time called for another little windstorm here. Ball is grounded up the middle through the infield for a base hit. That will be the first base runner against Hazel Hoff, who had retired the first 5 Bells that she faced. That will be the second hit of the game for Mikita. Looks like we will see a pinch runner at first base. Looks like number 4, Maddie Minton, is the new runner at first base.
Pinch running for the Bells, Maddie Minton. Now batting, Leah Zimmerman.
Leah Zimmerman is at the plate now. Zimmerman 0 for 1 so far with a sacrifice. Struck out swinging in the second inning, had a sacrifice bunt in the 4th. She takes that one over the inside corner for strike 1. Knights clinging to a one-run lead here, 4-3 in the top of the 6th inning with 1 out. Runner on first base as Sanborn behind the plate calls timeout. Looks like she got a little bit some dust in her eye. Might need to wash that out. She heads to the dugout for a quick timeout. The Calvin infield will use this timeout to have a little chat on the mound with Hazel Hoff. We see Zimmerman down the third baseline having a nice chat with her coach. Sanborn looks ready to go. As we come back to play with a count 0-1. Hazel Hoff looking to pitch around a 1-out single. She will bunt that one in front of the, looks like the ball maybe hit her after it bounced. So it will go as a foul ball. Count is now 0-2. The pinch runner, Maddie Minton, is at first base. As Hazel Hoff fires that one outside for ball 1. Zimmerman batting 200 so far on the season. The wind continues to swirl and get just about everybody in its path. That is a grounder to Mugen at second base, who makes the throw to Gist for the second out of the inning. Zimmerman does move the runner along from first to second base, which was her goal coming into that at bat. So 2 outs now here in the top of the 6th. Runner on scoring in scoring position for Maddie Ingolia. Ingolia 1 for 2 so far in this one. Slaps that one foul over the third base dugout for strike 1. Ingolia making her 16th start of the season. Slaps that one fair. Nice play by Sanborn right in front of home plate, who makes the throw to first base for the third out of the inning. Good job by Hazelhoff to work around that single, strand that runner in scoring position as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Calvin still leading 4-3.
Now batting, Kennedy Pepin.
Kennedy Pepin will lead off the 6th inning here for Calvin. She entered, I believe, for the top of the 5th inning as a defensive replacement in center field. Pepin squares around a bunt. That one is foul for strike 1. Beerbaum still in the circle for the Bells through 5 innings. She has allowed 6 hits, 4 runs, struck out 5 against 3 walks. She has thrown 8 complete games in her first 13 starts, so this is not new territory for her to be pitching this deep into this one. That ball is bunted. Looks like it landed in fair territory, and then some backspin took it behind the plate for a foul ball. And the count is 0-2. Pepin looking to start a little bit of a rally here for Calvin. Add to that 1-run lead heading into the last inning. As we see another time for some more dust kicking up towards the batters, the batter, catcher, and umpire at home plate. That ball is foul. Looks like we are out of softballs. Nope, found some. Count remains 0-2. Pepin so far this season, only 33 at-bats, as many sacrifice bunts as hits, 4. Looking to get on base. Takes that one high for ball 1. That one is outside for ball 2. 2-2 the count. Swing and a miss. That is the 6th strikeout of the game for Beerbaum.
Now batting, Sage Mugen.
And that will bring up Sage Mugen. Mugen does not have an official plate appearance in this one. She grounds that one up the middle for a base hit. Mugen had a sacrifice bunt there in the second inning, and then was pinch hit for from Allie Schultz for an epic 18-pitch at bat. If you missed that one in the third inning, and is now 1 for 1 on the day, and that will bring up Lily Gostra. Gostra 0 for 2. She has struck out swinging and lined out to the center fielder. Gostra batting .300 this season. Pops that one up into the infield, where the second baseman, Traxler, makes the grab for the second out of the inning. That will bring up Ella Steele.
Now batting, Ella Steele.
Steele also entered as a defensive replacement in the top of the fifth inning, so this will be her first at bat. Steele batting .500, 6 for 12 so far in this one. Mugen is going, and safely steals second base. And the Knights have a runner in scoring position here for Steele, who took strike one on that one, but will trade that for a runner in scoring position and a chance to drive somebody in. Steele so far this season, 6 for 12, 3 runs batted in. Takes that one over the outside corner for strike 2. Steele entered the game for Grace Glass. Glass scored a couple of runs, reached base two times. As Steele fouls that one off the backstop behind home plate. Wind continues to blow in, mostly from center field so far today, but sometimes from right to left as we see another timeout. Oh, and 2 the count on Ella Steele. Takes that one high for ball 1. Swing and a miss for the third out of the inning. That is the 7th strikeout for Beerbaum as we head to the top of the 7th. Calvin holding on to a 1-run lead.
Now batting, Mary Charniak.
We are back for the top of the 7th inning. Knights clinging to a 4-3 lead. Mary Charniak at the plate. Takes that one for strike 1 from Zoe Hazelhoff over the inside corner. This is exactly who you'd like to have up at the plate if you are the Bells. Charniak 3 for 3 so far in this one. 3 sharp line drives that she's hit so far. Takes that one over the outside corner for strike 2. Charniak in this one singled to left center field to start the game. Just a little bit outside. Good take there from Charniak. She singled to left center to start the game, singled up the middle in her second at bat, then hit a ground ball for a 2-run single through the left side. Hits that off-speed pitch to Mugen at second base, who looked like she wasn't sure if she was going to try to catch that one on the fly, ended up kind of short hopping herself, and the Bells have the tying run on first base here to start the inning.
Now batting, McKenna Shoup.
That will bring up McKenna Shoup. That will go down as an error. Shoup squares to bunt. The pitcher Hazelhoff fires to Mugen at second base, but Shoup does the job. Advances the runner, and that will bring up Caitlin Traxler.
Now batting, Caitlin Traxler.
Traxler 0 for 3 so far in this one. 1 strikeout. Fouls that one out of play over the Calvin dugout on the third base side. Hazelhoff on the mound, or in the circle, sorry. Do a lot of baseball here. The 0-1 pitch. That is a ground ball to Herder at shortstop, who makes the play to first base for the out. Charniak was on the move for that one. Herder maybe could have had a play at third base,
Now
but
batting,
not sure.
Riley Hirschberg.
Probably the right decision to make sure that you get that out. There's now 2 outs for the cleanup batter, Riley Hirschberger. So Charniak was the person the Bells probably wanted leading this one off, and Hirschberger's the one that they'd probably like to have at the plate now. She takes that one over the inside corner for strike 1. Hirschberger, the leading hitter, batting .333 coming into the day. She is 0 for 2 so far with a walk. Has 1 strikeout. Hazelhoff looks in, grounds that one to Herder at shortstop, who fires to first base for the final out. So great work by Hazelhoff in relief, as I believe she will get the win and improve to 9-0 on the season after throwing. She threw the last 3 1/3 innings, allowing only 1 hit, 2 base runners, one of them reaching due to an error. Did not strike out a batter, but retiring 10 of the 12 batters that she faced. Without allowing a run to make sure that Calvin gets the win. Knights improved to 25-8 on the season. More importantly, they improved to 8-3 in MIAA play. The Bells fall to 8-19 overall, 4-9 in league play. So that is the end of game 1. Knights win 4-3. We will take probably the next 20-25 minutes before we play the second game of this one. So until then, thanks for joining us, and please stick around with us for game 2.